Touch off the Betsy.
Well, what's so wrong with that? Hey, you wouldn't go last night. We make it tonight, huh?
This special person, Eddie. Who is he, a runner, a collector, a drop?
I didn't hear nobody talking about the numbers business.
Well, you hear me talking about it. It's a pretty setup Yarby's got. That private entrance. That how they move the money in?
Well, we should go out and find this special person now. Frankie, it's dark. You'll be around. No? I thought you was a good gun, Frankie.
I'm all right. No, what I think we should do maybe is tap a little of Yarby's expense money. Let's go out and meet up with some of the boys.
Well, no, Frankie. Now, Mr. Yarbo, he wouldn't like it if I introduced you around.
Oh, just a couple of your top boys, Eddie. After that, we'll go find this special person of yours.
No, I'm afraid not, Frankie. We cut it to the job.
Look, Eddie, we don't do the job tonight. We don't do the job until I met the boys and had a couple of laughs. Now, you want to call up Yarby and tell him that? You go ahead and call him up.
Can't reach him till tomorrow.
Okay. Deal him out, Eddie.
10 cents a point, Frankie?
10 cents.
The following morning, Captain Steele returned to his office from the telegraph room where he had scanned the early precinct reports. Lieutenant Collins was waiting for him. They had both slept on couches at headquarters that night.
Anything, Captain? No, nothing's come in from the morgue or the emergencies. Well, he's probably all right. There may still be a chance. I know it, Roger. And we're taking it.
How?
We're going to call Captain Marcus, the Kansas City Police, and tell him let the real Frank Luston go. But he'll be... Certainly. Luston will come to Chicago. He doesn't know that he's to be killed. Now, he thinks there's a fee waiting for him here, and when he walks into little Dave Yarby's office and Yarby realizes he's had a plant all along, something's going to happen.
It sure will.
And we have to do just one thing. Make certain we're there when it does.
I'm sorry to tell Jeff Perry I was on the phone at a piece of business. Well, Eddie?
Well, Frankie Luston's with Augie, Mr. Yarby.
With Augie? What's he doing with Augie?
Well, he wouldn't go with me, Mr. Yarby. He wouldn't do nothing.
Eddie, it was your idea to tell him he was going to shoot a man. It was your idea that when you got him in the waterfront, you could put a knife into him and kill him.
Well, he swallowed it, Mr. Yarby, but he keeps saying that after he meets some of the boys, he'll go with me. He keeps saying he wants to spend some of your...
Well, let him spend it. But get this over with, Eddie.
Well, that's why I put him with Augie. I didn't think Augie would tell him anything.
Why would Augie tell him anything? Augie's no idiot.
Well, I don't mean tell him anything about the fact he's back here to get knocked off. I mean, he wouldn't tell him about your business.
So?
Well, this Frankie is real nosy.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's asking questions. Wants to know, does the racket work here, like on the coast? How do we handle a bank? Stuff like that.
Well, tell him.
Tell him. Well, Mr. Yarby, you said that's something you didn't want noised around.
Tell him, Eddie. Who's he gonna tell? The fish.
Police headquarters, Captain Steele speaking.
Captain, this is Lieutenant Collins.
Oh, good.
Captain, we lost Frankie Luston.
You what?
I can't tell you how it happened. We picked him up getting off the Kansas City plane, had a good tail nailed tight. And suddenly we were following an empty cab.
Well, Collins, a detective's life depended on your maintaining that tail. Well, Luston was probably suspicious because he was picked up first in Kansas City. Well, I was an idiot not to have thought of that. What are you doing now?
Well, I figured he still had to end up at Yarby's. We're there now. We're over the building like a blanket.
Well, stick with it, Roger. I'll be down.
Lieutenant Collins was right, gangbusters listeners, as far as he went. The stakeout on Yarby's office building was a thorough one. But around the corner and a half block away was the entrance to the building that housed the Carbon Supply Corporation. And upstairs in Yarby's office.
Who is it?
Frankie Luston from Dalbo on the coast.
What are you doing back here?
What do you think I'm doing? Gonna open this door?
What's the matter?
Yeah, it's better. This place is too much like a gym. What's the matter?
Stand just where you are. All right. Hands off from your side. Okay, you're clean. So who are you?
I told you it was Frank Luston. Not changing my
Try
mind.
it again, buddy. I've already got one, Frank Luston.
What? You mean someone has come to see you saying he was Frankie Luston? When?
When he was supposed to.
Put the rod away, Mr. Yarby. I've been sitting in a jail cell in Kansas City. Took me off the plane there. You got yourself as a cop.
Can you prove it?
Got some papers I can show you, Mr. Yarby.
Well, show him.
Well, okay.
Yeah, Frankie, okay. Were you tailed here?
Yeah, but I lost him easy.
No one saw you use the private entrance?
Said I lost the tail.
Just a minute. Come here, Frankie. Through the blinds there, down in the street, you recognize anybody?
Yeah. A big guy. Detective.
That's what I thought. You aren't carrying a gun, Frankie. How come?
They kept it in KC.
Here. Hey, use this one.
Oh, thanks. Who do I use it on?
I'm having to change my plans a little. You came back east to do a quick job for me.
For $1,500.
Now it's $2,000 on the line. Here.
Thanks, Mr. Yarby.
It's got to be now and quick. Eddie will be talking to this cop. This can't happen.
Which one you want I should handle, Mr. Yarby? Or both?
Eddie's good, man. Handle the cop.
Luston hasn't shown yet, Roger?
No, sir, Chief. I got a man up on Yarby's floor. He's scrubbing the hall. A couple of minutes ago, Yarby looked out of his office window. Anderson caught a flash of the Nation blinds moving.
Nothing else, huh?
No, sir. You think Luston could have got a tip that he was headed for a trap?
Hardly, Lieutenant. He wouldn't have come on out to Chicago. He'd have gone right back to the coast and nailed Dalbo.
Yeah, guess that's right, Chief.
Meanwhile, at 7979 Morley Terrace, Detective Donald Ballard had finally got Eddie the Knife talking, something he'd been trying to accomplish through endless games of gin rummy.
You happy now, Frankie?
Oh, sure, Eddie. You know, a fella gets curious when he comes to a new town. He likes to know how things are done. You never can tell what tips you can pick up.
Yeah. Well, we go down to the lakefront, take care of the men now, huh?
We'll go down to the lakefront and take care of your man.
Yeah. You gonna check your gun, Frankie?
It's checked.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. You checked it yesterday, didn't you?
You know, you boys are real smart back here. We aren't near that smart on the coast. Who'd think of moving into the bank for the numbers through a supply company in a special private door? That's smart.
Well, it's Mr. Yarby that's smart.
He must handle quite a bank.
Oh, I've seen as much as 50,000 in one satchel. Are we going now, Frankie?
Look, why don't you go down the corner and get some beer ready, then we'll go, huh?
No, I think...
Eddie, I don't go unless I have some beer first.
Well, Mr. Yarby...
Yarby isn't touching off to Betsy. I am.
All right, Frankie. I'll be right back.
Get me a package of gum, Eddie.
Yeah, you ought to try that double bubble gum. Hey, who are you?
Well, you took your time making up your mind to come out. You ready? Back inside, Eddie.
Now, look, we don't want no trouble.
Step out of the way, you don't catch no trouble. You're the cop who likes to play like he's Frankie Luston.
Well, I've had jobs I enjoyed more, Luston.
Yeah. Kind of look like me, but you ain't got my class.
Hey, you Frankie Luston?
I'm Luston. Been in a Kansas City jail while this copper moved in for me.
You gonna kill him?
He's done his last job.
Then what are you gonna do, Frankie?
And I'm getting out of here. All right, cop.
Thanks, Eddie.
You see, the knife is better, copper. Don't make no noise like a gun. See, I was hired to kill Frankie Luston.
All right, Eddie, drop the knife.
Drop it? I have to kill you next, copper. I told you all those things about Mr. Yarby's business. He wouldn't like it if you could tell someone else.
Eddie, another step and I'll shoot.
Go ahead.
What?
I fixed the gun, cop. Remember I was supposed to kill Frankie Lustin? Well, I thought you was him. I fixed your gun so it wouldn't fire. Now, copper.
Police emergency. Captain Steele. Steele there? Put this on the radio to him. Detective Ballard reporting. I'm at 7979 Morley, third floor rear. I got two men here. One's dead. The other will be coming around. I'll need a surgeon. I got a knife cut. Oh, and tell him to bring some cigarettes.
Edward Thomas was tried, found guilty of murder in the first degree, and died in the electric chair, gangbusters listeners. Through the information Detective Donald Ballard was able to secure, little Dave Yarby's numbers ring was broken up, and David Yarby was sentenced to prison for life.
Thank you. Lieutenant Thomas J. McGrath, retired, of the Chicago Police Department. And now, Gangbusters Nationwide Clues, broadcast every week to assist American police in their war against the underworld. Attention, Gangbusters listeners. Maintain vigilance for Charles Otto Donner, wanted by the FBI for unlawful flight to avoid prosecution for the crime of burglary. His official description.
Charles Otto Donner, age 25, 5 feet 11, 190 pounds, medium build, brown hair, may be dyed red, blue-gray eyes, may wear glasses, may seek work as a machinist or construction laborer.
This man has cut scars center of forehead and below right eye. He reportedly uses home permanent wave preparations as a means of changing his appearance.
Caution. Donner is reportedly armed and should be considered dangerous. He has indicated he will not be taken alive. If you have any information concerning the clue, notify your local police, the nearest office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or Gangbusters at once. Tonight's Gangbusters case was written by William L. Stewart and directed by Leonard L. Bass, with Mandel Kramer, Larry Haynes, and Ray Johnson in leading roles. This production was supervised for CBS Radio by Jerry Danzig. Art Hanna speaking. Listen next week, same time, same CBS station, to amazing facts in The Case of the Nervous Brother on Gangbusters, a production of CBS Radio in cooperation with Phillips H. Lord. Jack Benny sure gets mad easy. Tomorrow night, Rochester turns up some old Benny love letters during spring house cleaning, revealing a one-time Jack Benny nickname. Is that anything to get mad over? And then along comes the Benny press agent with a scheme for Jack to swim the big-inch pipeline for a publicity stunt. Is that anything to get mad over? Listen and laugh tomorrow night on CBS Radio to The Jack Benny Show. Stay tuned now for Gunsmoke, which follows immediately over most of these same stations.